Skipper's Vlogbook, day
23 and 24.
We just had some amazing breakfast. And yesterday we explored the entire Amish community with our host. And he learned us all this stuff about the Amish community. And now he has agreed to answer some questions for you as well. So you learn a little bit of the Amish community. Yeah, that's really great. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Alright, so the first thing we noticed, and everybody I think will notice about the Amish people, is they don't use a lot of modern technology like cars, or they'll ride around in horse and carriage. You'll see all the shots of yesterday in the sack. And yeah, they don't use a lot, sometimes they don't use electricity, the cars, internet. So could you explain why is that?
I think mostly most Amish people feel like using the modern conveniences breaks up the sense of community life, maybe carries them away from their families. So by sticking to very localized horse-drawn technology and less of the modern convenience, they might stay closer together. Keeps the family unit more cohesive.
Alright. And another thing that stands out a bit is that they dress kind of different from what we in Europe, or for example, how we dress. A lot of I think almost all of the females will wear a head cap, and a lot of the men will wear hats outside, and yeah, they have this very unique style. So could you tell us something about that?
Yes, sure. Starting with the women, the head covering is taken from a verse in Corinthians, I believe, where I think the text goes something like, "It is dishonorable for a woman to pray or worship with her head uncovered." So having taken that, women have always had the custom of wearing something on their head.
Alright.
Being a community with kind of a strong agricultural background, men have always worn hats. Perhaps started out as more of a functional.
Okay.
Keep the sun off your face, right?
Yeah.
And this has just grown into, now we just all do it.
Alright.
I guess a lot of things started out as a practical measure and ended up into kind of a community-wide mandate.
Alright. So what we've also noticed going through the communities and talking with Delbert, he explained there's a lot of different types of Amish people. There's and very different degrees of what technology they will use and won't use. For example, we were yesterday in a factory that built built a big part of the carriages they will ride on, and they will have electricity, but they'll generate it on their own motor, basically, and they are not connected to the grid. So could you tell us a bit about, very short, what kind of Amish there are and what are the differences?
Yes, to summarize that, this area features perhaps 8 basic groups of Amish. There's more subgroups and tiny factions, but to keep it simple, we'll call it 8, and I won't bother going through them all, but many of it started out with simple practical disagreements about what is taboo and what is not. A few of the differences might have been theological, maybe a different interpretation of the biblical text. Many of them boiled down to, like Ross was saying, perhaps what technology might be accepted and what is not. For example, one group might have a glass windscreen in their buggy, another group will not. One group might accept mirrors to see behind themselves, another group will not. Some groups might have battery-powered lighting, and other groups stick with the gas and kerosene lighting. So those are a few of the minor breakdowns.
Yeah, thank you so much for teaching our viewers also something. And thank you so much for hosting us and showing us around. We have had a great time.
Sure.
And Floris and I are going to hit the road pretty soon again, and we'll go to Pittsburgh, go back to camping, hopefully no rain, for the first time basically. And yeah, see you later. So I should really stop telling you guys where we're going to sleep, because somehow every time I do, plans get thrown around and things change. And just like that it happened today, because when we got to the campsite it was closed. Yesterday was the last day you could camp there. Well, as you just saw, we did have a nice little walk through the state park in which we wanted to camp. And we cooked some dinner on the parking lot there. It tastes really nice. And now we're on our way to a drive-in cinema. Something we've never done before, and are kind of excited. It's going to be a fun thing to do. We got some popcorn, so we're going to enjoy that. But you might be wondering, well, what are we going to do for sleeping? Well, we're in Pittsburgh now because our good friend Jules is coming, and he'll arrive tomorrow by plane, and we're here to pick him up, and we'll we'll look around Pittsburgh for a few days. So we decided, well, why bother finding a place? We'll just sleep in our car on the airport parking lot. Alright, so we just got from the drive-in movie. We watched 2 horror movies. Great idea. Horror movies before we're going to sleep in our car. No, it was a lot of fun. The first movie wasn't the greatest. Bit Yeah, but we saw the remake of it, and it was a lot of fun.
That's a good one.
And yeah, now we're going to make us prepare for the night. I'll stay up a bit, have a lot of editing to do. You'll see this video will be a long one. He'll sleep now, and then he'll wake up earlier, and then I'll sleep, so we reduce the time of, yeah, both sleeping basically. But we're not too worried. We got the one spot where the light post is broken. Otherwise, this is a very well lit parking lot.
It's quite bright, yeah.
So good night.
Good night.